Hey, YouTube fans. So we are on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, he did find his train, so he's super excited. But you need to talk to that camera. That's where we're on right now. So we are just getting started here. Travel Tips Thursday. So we are going to go through some travel tips and talk about all of the great things there are to traveling with a toddler who has challenges with allergies. So we're really super excited about that, and I'm going Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. So this is like a very special occasion. I did this once before, and so we're gonna see how it works out this time again. Okay, we're gonna try to put there we go. Okay, so we're gonna try to put you guys in the frame so you guys are a little bit, more in the frame than you are right now. And Justin is super excited. Let's put him over here. Okay. So we are going to get started here. We're just waiting for some more of our friends to log on, either YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. We're just trying to see. So we're just gonna wait for a few more minutes. Hi Darcy. Hi Ree. We are talking about Travel Tips Thursday, and we do this every Thursday at 8:30. Justin. We do this. The auntie says hi. Say hi, auntie.
Hi, auntie.
We do this every single Thursday.
Hi, Grandma.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Bobby.
We do this every single Thursday. I'm talking to Instagram now. Not Instagram. Sorry, YouTube. So we do this every single Thursday to talk about travel tips and how you can travel with a toddler. And in this case, we're talking about how to travel with a toddler or anyone who has challenges with allergies. So it's going to be a really fun and exciting time. So I want you all just to stay tuned. Give us just a few more minutes to let some gorgeousness people log on, and we will be right back at you. Okay, so I'm going to stay logged on here, Facebook. Just give us a few minutes, and then we're going to be right back. Okay, so YouTube, just hold on 1 second. We're coming right back. Okay, all right, coming back. Okay, so I'm back, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get on YouTube. So, not YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I'm not gonna be able to get on Instagram because my connection is not so great. So that's kind of a bummer. Yes, we go to church on Wednesday. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, and people can log in as needed. Oh, it's not even 8:30 yet. I thought it was 8:30. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. If you guys have questions, please go ahead and put it in the chat. I absolutely cannot see who's kind of logged on. So just hello to everyone. Thanks for logging on. We are on YouTube, and we're on Facebook, and we're trying to get on Instagram. So today we are talking about, of course, traveling tips, as we do every Thursday at 8:30. We talk about travel tips with this little guy. You hear him? You hear him talking?
Yes.
And so we are talking today about traveling with a toddler who has challenges with allergies. So one big thing that I would encourage any parent who knows if their child has allergies. Like someone was asking me, they said, well, how do you know that your child has these allergies? So one thing is to go to your doctor. So Justin has a pediatrician, and he has a pediatrician, and he has an allergist. So they have determined that some of the challenges that he has is beyond just a pediatrician, and so he has to go to an allergist, and they actually do a skin test and a blood test on him. So you can talk to your pediatrician and to your allergist if you have one, even if you have like dermatologist for yourself. Like you can even speak to them about that if you find that maybe you think that your child is having some type of reaction to several different things. So Justin has several challenges that we are working through and believing God for, environmental and food. So we're going to talk about the food ones because we're talking about travel. So Justin, look at Rebel. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Again, we are on Facebook at Traveling Toddler. I'm doing this on my own page, but Justin does have his own page for Traveling Toddler, and we are not endorsing the Paw Patrol, but they work. So we today are going to just talk about the food situation. So Justin, bless his heart, we travel a lot, and we travel to a lot of places where we don't always speak the language. For example, we went to Hungary last fall. We had an amazing time in Hungary. I have to tell you guys about our trip to Hungary one day. At one point, I don't want the water to spill everywhere. We had an amazing time in Hungary. It was a great trip. We got to take the train, and we stayed in this castle. We had this whole culinary experience. Culinary note. And despite what people might think about the many languages Justin speaks and the many languages I speak and my family in general, one language we do not speak is Hungarian, just so you know. So we had to learn and kind of work through some things. And one thing that I talk about in a lot of my tips is like being unplugged, right? Unplugged from the wall, unplugged from Wi-Fi, unplugged from, just unplug yourself, right? So even though you can say, hey, why didn't you just Google, you know how to say sunflower, for example, just Google sunflower and show them the picture. That's great. That's a great solution for any language barrier. What happens when you're in a country where Wi-Fi just isn't readable, ready for you, like not there, like we are blessed here in America? What do you do when you're in a place where you can't find those things? What if you're overseas and you forget to bring your converter, and so your phone is dead? Like, there's all of these things. Or your converter, like mine did. I had a converter and it blew up when I was in Europe, not during this last time I went to Europe, but Justin wants to show you his fire truck. Okay. So what do you do when all those situations come up? Well, you have to think outside the box. You have to learn different ways to help yourself, help your kid especially, and to, I guess he wants it here. So Facebook Live and YouTube Live with the Traveling Toddler himself. But yeah, so you kind of have to think outside the box. So like I said, we went to Hungary. We had this whole culinary experience. We had a great time, parties every night. We had breakfast every single day. It was amazing. Like I said, it was a castle. We got an upgraded room. We had an amazing time. Gifts in our room. We had a great time. So that was all great. However, we didn't have anyone that spoke Spanish. Now, as you guys know, most of you guys know I'm in a travel club, and so we did have a host there who was kind of like our facilitator and was really helpful in helping us through the situation, but before he got there, we were kind of there. So we kind of had to work through those things. And how does that work? And even like just traveling to Hungary, to our location, to the castle, how did I work that out? So I'm just going to talk briefly about a few of those things. So one thing that I find really important, number one, is talk to the airlines. So I want to say I took Air Canada to Europe. It was a really inexpensive flight. It was great. From Vegas to Canada, and then from Canada to Europe. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. We travel a lot. So anyway, I called the airline and I was like, okay, so how does the food situation work? So that's one thing that I highly, highly, highly encourage you to do. Don't just take for granted that all your dietary needs are going to be fulfilled and understood and all of those things. So one thing that I read from this particular airline, I think it was Air Canada, but for an example, Air Canada, it could be Delta, it could be Southwest, about dietary needs. And one thing that it said in there was, just to note, we can't guarantee that the food is not made in a facility that is peanut free. So my son, Justin, has challenges with peanuts is one of his challenges. And so just being made in a facility that may have cross-contamination or anything is not good for him. So one thing I really encourage you, if you're traveling, people get really scared about traveling with their kids because of these reasons. So just read up on it. Do a little research. And then the other airline I know for sure was EasyJet. I love EasyJet. I'm a low budget airline person though. I just putting it out there, okay? So don't be surprised if I'm on Spirit, because I'm like, if it's 2 hours or less away, I'm good. So I was on EasyJet, which I love. You can even see my phone. I have an app, an EasyJet app, so I'm all about it. And they were like, hey, do you have peanut allergies? Like that. And they came, my sister and I were sitting in the same seats, and they came to us and was like, hey, is it the smell even, or is it just when he consumes it? Like, they came to me, and I really like that about the airline. I appreciated that they were very cognitive of his challenge and noted that this is the seat he was sitting in, that this is the challenge that he had, and they wanted to make sure that even the people around us didn't affect him, his skin or his breathing or whatever. So that's something really good to point out. Do your research on the airline before you go. Find out what exactly is going on. Maybe it's not for your kid, maybe it's for yourself. But do a little research and find out what kind of dietary restrictions or accommodations do they make for people that have these sorts of challenges, whatever it is, if it's wheat, if it's peanut, if it's like ragweed, or something like that. So just do a little research and it will go a long way. So that's tip number one. Absolutely. When traveling with a toddler or yourself in airlines, great and awesome tip. Another little thing that I would encourage has to do with research. So I would encourage you to research the airport that you're going to. So if you're going to several different airports, like if you're traveling to Africa, I know Darcy, I don't know if he's on, but him and his family just recently took this amazing trip across continents, which is awesome. So sometimes you're going to several different airports, and find out what's available at that airport. So my sister, thumbs up to my sister, she's an awesome member, and sometimes we're like Sky members, for Delta, so they have these lounges. My sister has this awesome American Express lounge where she can go, so she does all this research to find out all the different stops she's going to be at, and if they accommodate her particular American Express club thing. So maybe you have Sky, the Sky Lounge for Delta is not just for Delta, it's for KLM. There's other types of places that you can go into a lounge and find out what types of foods they're serving, which is really, really helpful, especially in long layovers. You know, if you have short layovers, sometimes it's hard because they're in different places in the airport, especially really big airports like, you know, JFK. But, you know, especially if you have long layovers, sometimes I make my layovers so that I have extended layovers just to give Justin a break from the flying, just to give myself a break from the flying. So that's something to consider. And also to give us that opportunity, if I am with a particular airline that doesn't have the accommodations that I need for him, I want to take a longer break. Like people are like, I hate layovers. I love them. They are my friend. And what I love about Canadian airports, just to point out, so hands up to my Canadian friends, Amanda and Keisha and all those guys up there. I really appreciate Monique and everybody. I love the Canadian airports. They are so kind. I mean, they have rooms for nursing for mothers where you can go and heat up food. It was like amazing. And so they have this opportunity. So if you just do a little research ahead of time, you can say, okay, so I'm going to do connecting flights here and there, and I'm going to arrange myself so that I have long layovers to take that much needed break. Sometimes the kids just need to stretch their legs. Another thing, we were recently in Minnesota, I think it was, and they just had this amazing play place. So you can even research that to find little places for them to play. Here at McCarran Airport in Las Vegas, I think we have two places for children just to go and play, stretch their legs. You know, it makes for, how do I say this? It makes for a happier kid. Yeah, it makes for a happier kid and happier life especially on really, really long flights. Right, Justin?
Right.
He says right, because it's absolutely the truth. So definitely just a little research on the airline itself and the airports itself. So back to my trip to Hungary. So I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was like, yeah, I forgot that Justin has these challenges with these allergies. How did you deal with that when you were in Hungary? You don't speak Hungarian. And I was like, yeah, so I did a lot of that one. So just in case your internet doesn't work, you know, we Google everything or YouTube everything today. So your internet isn't working, your plugs aren't there, you know, the converter has blown up. Go to the store, to the open market or wherever you are in the grocery store and be like, I want 5 of those. Yes, you can do it in English and they will definitely understand you. Banana, 5, you know, so it's great. Of course, if the person has challenges with seeing, maybe that would be something different, but it's okay. Another thing that I did, because there's like little pouches that Justin typically can eat and have. And so no, he wants me to open a package of hot sauce. That would be a negative. So another thing that he can have. So sometimes when you're traveling overseas, which is really awesome to note, I want to be very clear about this because I want people to completely understand. So I don't see it as much here in the United States, but I'm sure it exists somewhere in the U.S. But in the back of a package, this doesn't have it, so that's not a good example. So in the back of a package or a bottle, it will have 3 languages. GB stands for Great Britain. I had to learn this myself. That's why I'm sharing. This is knowledge. So, because I was like, what is GB? What is GB? Especially when I was in Gabon. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what this means, but it looks like it's English. And my husband was like, Great Britain. I was like, oh, the UK. So that's why it's in English. So it'll have 3 languages typically. GB, it will have FR, and sometimes it'll have Spanish or the country that you're in. So if it's Hungary, for instance, it'll have the Hungarian language. If it's Portugal, it'll have the Portuguese language. Especially when traveling overseas, you will see that a lot. So you have your GB, you have your FR, and then sometimes you'll have Spanish or the other language that the country is in. Huge tip for me. So now when I am traveling, especially overseas, I look for those 3 languages. I look for the GB. Where's the GB? Where's the Great Britain? I look for it. So then I can read on the back of the package and know what the ingredients are. If, you know, there's no Wi-Fi, if there's no way to get to something to show them, 5 of these, please. Okay. So that's something good to look out for, to look to see. And you can even, you know, ask people, hey, UK language. Oh, Justin decided to take my phone. Sorry. Sorry, YouTube. But no, so that's something really good to look out for in when you're looking for something that is pre-packaged, for instance, you know. It's okay, Justin. Just so adorable. I'm sorry. I know. I'm like a very proud mommy. I really am. What can you do with that? So anyway, guys, those are my 3 tips. My 3 tips. Research is hugely important. I feel like, thanks, Ree. Ree's putting it all in the system in the chat area there for you all to see. So thanks, Ree. Thumbs up. Appreciate it. I'm like sweating. It's like hot in my house, but. Anyway, do you guys have any questions that I can answer for you about that?
Sorry, Mommy.
Yes, I heard you. You're forgiven, Justin. You want us to come say hi to the people again? Okay, come say hi. The traveling toddler wants to say hi. He's been playing with his rebels.
Hi, Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
Yeah, you're the traveling toddler.
I'm Tyler too.
Okay. Justin, do you enjoy traveling with Mommy?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have your sticker books?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's full of words, isn't he? Wait till it's time for bed. He'll be full of words. So, of course, I want to always tell you guys about my Traveling Toddler series here. Our coloring book, super important. It's on Amazon. I actually just sold some of these today. Word up to Word of Life. Thank you very much for showing support. Minister Floyd and Caitlin, we really appreciate it. So this is our coloring book. It is authored by Justin. He is the inspiration for every last piece of drawing that is in here is from Justin. Justin, I need for you to please stop doing that to the YouTube people. Sorry, YouTube. The Traveling Toddler Journal. So again, it's illustrated by me, but Justin is the inspiration for all of it. And I have the drawing pad and sticker book. Oh, I have a question. What inspired you to do the Traveling Toddler? Oh, thank you so much, Miss Collins, for asking. I appreciate that. So on YouTube, we have a question on Facebook. So what inspired me to do the Traveling Toddler? So Justin and I, we get to travel around the world and have these amazing experiences. Like, yes, Justin? More what?
Please.
I'm not sure what he wants more of. I guess I gotta figure that out. But we get to travel around and have these amazing experiences, and so I decided to share it with the world. And a lot of people ask me, How do you do that? How do you travel with a toddler? You've gone, Justin's been to 7 countries. Yes. He's been to 7 countries, 14 continents, and over 15 cities in the last 12 months. And we're on our way in 2 weeks, we're going out of the country again. So we travel constantly, and people are always asking me, like, how do you do it? How does this happen? And so that's what started the blog of the Traveling Toddler. But the inspiration for the books is because I couldn't find a journal and a sticker book I could find a sticker book for toddlers, but not the journal. And it bothered me.
Mommy,
Yes, Justin.
Red house.
Oh, okay, the house is over there. And it bothered me that you could get a journal without stickers. I'd have to buy the stickers separately. And that really bothered me. And the coloring book, because I like to color and I thought it would be cool to make one. And then I have my reader, of course, that talks about all the places we've been. So far I don't see, oh yes, all the places we've been. The birthday bash is the first one, and so we have a few others that's coming out. But yeah, so it bothered me about the stickers and that there was no journal for little kids. And my dad and my mom always taught me, if it bothers you, it's for you to change it. And you can change the world, so just do it. Don't complain about it, just get it done. So that's what I did. Thanks for asking. I love that question. And Rio says, how do you travel with a toddler? Oh, how do I travel with him? So, yes, Justin's words are in the coloring book. Yes, it's true. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm reading what she wrote. I apologize, YouTube. So how do I travel with a toddler? So I use my tools, obviously, to keep him calm on landing and takeoff. I use my sticker books. He gets very into his stickers and putting them in the right place and all of this stuff. So he's very calm when he's landing and takeoff. Obviously, it keeps him very preoccupied. So that's how I do it. All right. Oh, that's what people always ask. Yes, people always ask just how do I accomplish it? So obviously I bring toys with me for him to play with. But if you guys have seen any of our other Facebook lives, you'll see him just over here with his sticker book. He probably wishes that he was doing it right now. He loves his sticker book. And we're on Amazon. Yes, we're on Amazon. And we have our own ebook site, and yeah, that's cool. All right, any other questions? We're almost out of time. I told you guys 20 to 30 minutes, and we're already like almost over that. So I love questions. I love for people to ask me about travel. I'm very super passionate about travel. I truly believe that travel is the best gift. The best gift. It's the best gift you can give yourself, you can give your family. It is absolutely, Justin, Dominique. Sorry. Justin, go play with your toys, please. See, that's why he should have his sticker book. Yes. So yes, I believe that it's truly the best gift. So Rhea is asking to see the inside of the coloring book. It's all about travel. But anyway, yeah, so what advice would I give a mother who desires to walk in your shoes? Oh, so Miss Sheila Collins says, what advice would I give a mother who would like to walk in my shoes? Well, I have lots of advice. I have lots of advice. And actually, it's a great question. So, first of all, I would encourage mothers to join my travel club. That's really, I would never, ever in a million years travel without my travel club. So if you guys want to know more information about that, you can definitely hit me up and let me know. You know, my travel club is truly amazing, and it's just going to family. So when I traveled to Hungary, it was the farthest east I had ever been ever in my life. And I was with my son, and actually I started to freak out, to be honest with you. I was like, what am I doing? I'm a crazy person. You know, I don't speak the language. I've never been to this country. I don't even know if my phone is going to work. Am I going to get reception? Like, I was like, I am silly. But you know what gave me the greatest peace? Was that I knew that I was going to be a part of this group of people that were going to love my son, that was going to love me, that was going to embrace me. And that's the one thing that brought me the most peace. And of course, when I got there, it was amazing. I mean, we had parties, we had tours, the days were just filled with amazingness. I mean, like I told you, we got gifts brought to our room. The people were just, bowing at our feet. Not literally, but just very, very kind, especially seeing me with a young child. And the hotel, the castle was amazing. It's like one of the best experiences I ever had with my son. Truly it was. And I could have never did it without my travel club. And I would encourage them to take a lot of toys, favorite toys, you know, obviously, and to make sure that they do their due diligence before hopping on a plane. Any other questions? That was really a great story. That was really a great question. Sorry. Hey, Miss Margie, thanks for joining. That would be Justin's car. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Again, we are on, and I will put it in the chat thing. I will absolutely put it in there about our link to, I'm drawing a blank, our link to Amazon. And I'll also put it in the chat in the YouTube, our link to Amazon, so you can get our books if you want. Again, we have the Traveling Toddler coloring book, the sticker book, the journal. We've only been doing this for like 2 months, and we already have 4 products out. And 2 of them are on Amazon, and the other ones are all on our own e-site. So we're really excited. If you guys want to know more about my travel club, please by all means hit me up. I would love to share with that information. I'm actually doing a Zoom in about 30 minutes. So I'd love to have you guys on there too. And you can learn all the stuff about my cool travel club and how I get to travel around the world for basically free or almost free. So that's cool. And yes, the Traveling Toddler, we put it on there. The Traveling Toddler. Yes, if you go on Amazon and you Google or search the Traveling Toddler, search the Traveling Toddler for books. Traveling Toddler for books, because otherwise it doesn't come up right. Especially if you do it on your phone, it doesn't come up correct. If you have mobility and issues, notify ahead of time, the airports will. Yes. Oh, that's great. That's a really great statement. So Margie just jumped on FB, and she's just saying, hey, if you're having challenges with mobility or stamina, you know, you can't walk a long ways or distance, if you tell the airport and definitely the airlines ahead of time, they are very accommodating. They are. It's truly accommodating. And then we put in there that it's Traveling Toddlers under books. And Margie says that her son loves our Traveling Toddler books. Yay! I've gotten some really great feedback about our Traveling Toddler book series. So I'll definitely put it in the chat. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Thursday for all of our tips, our travel tips. If you have questions, you can always PM me, or I don't really know how you do it on YouTube. I'm just guessing that you, I don't know, comment. I'm still working through YouTube, but yes, we will work that out on figuring all that out. can actually set up a wheelchair. Yes, that's true. Yeah. So Ree's right. You can set up wheelchair access and all these things directly through the airport. All right, thank you again, guys. You guys have a great and wonderful evening. You can keep the chat going on if you want and commenting. I love the conversation because people are very scared to travel, and it's really not that difficult to travel. You just have to do a little research sometimes. Maybe you have to do a little. Justin, come over here so you can say bye to everybody. Get down, please. Be careful. You know, just do a little research and ask me questions. We travel all of the time. I'm always learning something new. All right, so say bye to everybody.
Bye. Peace.
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 That's Justin's peace sign. Okay, can you give him kisses? Mwah.
Mama.
And Miss Margie says night night.
Night.
Love ya.
Ah.
Mwah.
Mama.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Oh, yes, te amo, OC. Bye, YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us. I know it was a little bit long, but we appreciate you hanging in there with us. Bye.
Bye.